My name is Katarina Eriksson. Okay, I will talk to you about school milk. I will talk about agricultural development and how these two are linked together. And I will talk about smallholder farmers and how they can actually be part of a formal value chain. As you see in the program in here, I work for Tetra Laval Food for Development Office, and the Tetra Laval group consists of 3 companies. It's De Laval, working with the dairy farmers. It's Tetra Pak, working with the dairy industry, systems for processing and packaging of food, and it's Sidel, also a packaging company. Tetra Pak is the biggest by far, and the packages are available in more than 170 countries. In the 1960s, Tetra Pak developed the aseptic packaging technology, and this makes it possible to transport and store products for several months without the use of preservatives and no refrigeration needed. This is sometimes also referred to as the UHT technology, a very important innovation when it came. For more than 50 years, Tetra Pak has been helping governments to develop school milk programs. And the packages reach 67 million children in 62 countries with milk or other nutritious drinks. Most of these programs are government-funded. Portion-packed UHT milk is a very safe and practical way of distributing milk in schools. The Food for Development Office, then. We are a knowledge center working with school feeding and dairy development as our main areas, building on the group's long experience. And we focus on developing countries. And we facilitate the partnerships that are necessary to develop the whole dairy value chain. We are a group of 7 people at the moment. So why school milk? There are many good reasons, and one is that it creates demand for locally produced milk and therefore leads to development of both the agricultural and the private sector. And also, the alternative, if there is no school feeding, a lot of children will buy a not-so-healthy snack, like in the bottom picture there. School milk programs help develop the whole dairy sector. In Thailand, it's estimated that 250,000 jobs have been created as a result of a nationwide school milk program. And in Kenya, 20 years of school milk during the 80s and 90s led to major investments and a very high per capita milk consumption that the country still benefits from. Also in health and education, in Vietnam, it was shown that children on the school milk program grew 8% more than other children. And in Pakistan, girls' school enrollment in the Gotke district almost doubled after the introduction of school milk. If you allow me to generalize, you could say that in many countries there are 2 parallel value chains. One for the poor at the top and one for the rich. Smallholder farmers sell unprocessed milk directly or through middlemen to poor consumers, and parallel to this, the dairy industry buys from big farms or imports milk powder and sells through retailers to rich consumers. In the integrated chain, you also include the smallholder farmers, and the industry supplies affordable products of good quality to all consumers. And we have 2 ways of stimulating this development: by helping our customers to access more smallholder milk through dairy hubs, and by supporting development of school milk based on local products. And I will now give you 2 cases where we have been working with SIDA as a co-funder and UNIDO and World Food Programme as implementers, and it's smallholder milk production in Bangladesh and it's school milk in Zambia. We begin with Bangladesh. When working with dairy development, we collaborate with De Laval, our colleagues who are experts on milk production, also smallholder production. And this concept builds on a way to link smallholder farmers to the industry. It's a dedicated dairy who guarantees to buy all of the milk that the farmer produces if it holds a certain quality. And this is how it is organized. Smallholder farmers deliver to village milk collection centers, and the milk is taken to a central hub, and the dairy picks it up there. And the farmers, they receive training, inputs, services that they need. And the key is to build a trust with the farmers and to develop the production step by step. And you start with what they make most money from. And these are some examples of the results in Bangladesh after 30 months. And the most important thing you can see here, that farmers have almost doubled their average incomes. But also milk collection for the dairy has gone up, milk yield per cow has gone up. In the next case, Zambia, the main issues that Tetra Pak wanted to address here was the very, very low milk consumption in the country compared to neighboring countries. And also the widespread malnutrition among children and the need to develop smallholder milk production. World Food Programme and the government, they had already started a school feeding program nationwide based on local ingredients called the Homegrown School Feeding Program. And milk now became another ingredient, a new ingredient in this, besides the local maize porridge, the beans and the oil. And it added much needed nutrition to this program. The pilot program covered 18,000 children in grades 1 to 9 in a rural district. And this is a region where many children had never had milk to drink before. They received milk 3 times per week. And we also introduced our implementation model, which means very strict monitoring systems and data collection. And after 2 years, more children go to school more often. Schools have actually had to serve milk on random days, otherwise the children only came to school on the milk days. And the children also perform better and they grow better. And the dairy is collecting more milk from smallholders, a requirement in the program. And a model that can be scaled up has also been proved. Now, to do what we do, we need partners. Except for our customers, the dairies, we also need to cooperate with the governments and sometimes with development agencies and UN agencies. But for knowledge sharing and partner search, we also depend on the networking facilitated by groups like this, by SIANI and other agriculture and nutrition networks. So in conclusion, partnerships and networking is crucial for us in efforts to develop new projects. And we hope that SIANI can continue to be a good platform for us here in Sweden and internationally. And through this, we can get contact with new partners and we can share and get access to relevant information. Thank you. Wow.